A box without hinges, lock or key, yet I've golden treasure within me. What am I? Booze bottles.
Booze bottles. Eggs. Hinges. Fuck, I don't know. Eggs?
No one's ever had the wits to answer all three riddles. Well, there you go.
That's hard to fucking believe I'm the first. You must associate with real dipshits. I mean, think about this. It's like, I was going to tell you, I've been raped on the plains 17 times. Do you know how many times I've been to the plains? She'll say, how many? I'll say, 18.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking idiot. Alright.
Enter the layer of the sandwiches at your leisure, or you could, north door, fucker, or leave.
Let's see what's in there. Go through the north door.
Alright. Cavernous commons. Dancing lights swirl around the roof of the cavern, twirling around each other in patterns too intricate to follow. A huge assortment of spellcasters assembling into a mob, obviously hostile.
Oh, okay.
You are fighting the sandwiches, a group mob.
Cool. Well, that's interesting. Okay, well, let's start out with the bow.
Alright. Thin their ranks a little bit.
Yeah. Clearly, yeah. Let's see. Hurting you every round. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
That sucks a little, but alright. Let's see.
Alright. You're blinded.
Uh-oh, that sucks. If I'm blind, let's try to bite him. See if I can't bite my way out of this. I don't want to try to operate a bow.
Oh, you got him. 78 damage. A drink sister. Fighting this intruder has given me a powerful thirst.
Well, okay. Let's see.
Oh, but you got your sight back.
Nice.
Oh, no,
yeah.
you blink, but you're sure that more will get it if you don't end it soon.
They are
So
serious.
yeah, they're pretty low.
Okay, yeah, I think I can handle this. I hit him with the bow now that I can see again.
Missed.
Bummer. Okay.
Oh, they're healing themselves a little bit.
Oh, that's horse shit. Oh, shit, and I'm getting tired, so let's try some standard attacks here.
Bam.
Nice.
And it takes their whole turn. Even though they're a group mob, they only get one action.
Yeah, I noticed that my fatigue is reducing when
Yeah, little by little it does.
Right.
It's impossible to see.
Okay. Well, I'm still doing pretty well HP wise, at least.
Okay.
So let's keep attacking them. Bam, there you go. 18,
Oh,
yeah.
there you go. It's done.
Nice.
They collapse on the floor. Vast puddle of milk and pussy juice.
Oh. That's great. What a wordsmith these guys are.
Fuck one or leave.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Alright.
Like I'm like my character's too lazy to even rape anybody. I'm just like let's get out of here. Let's get the money and the XP.
Alright, so
38 XP.
yeah.
Level 4, I guess that's about right.
Yeah, so you can go east, west, or south.
Okay, this is pretty cool. I think I should have done this earlier. Okay, let's head east.
Okay.
Or you can just hang out and masturbate. Of course, that does actually serve a... Yeah, let's beat off a little bit, because, yeah, I need to get this lust down. Might raise the fatigue a little. Okay.
There you go, got it all the way down.
Alright, there we go.
Find a flat, comfortable rock to sit down and meditate. Oh, it says, yeah, the button says masturbate, but it defaults to your meditate ability because you were religious in your youth.
Yeah, that's just what I call it, so I don't feel guilty. Okay, alright, now let's head east.
You were raised right. You weren't allowed to watch Minecraft on YouTube.
Yeah, no Minecraft Ender Pearl tutorials. No. I had a mom who just let me get online wherever the fuck I wanted, so yeah.
I think we made this joke before we started recording, but I was tempted to write back, well, did he learn how to... Because the video was entitled, How to Throw a Minecraft Tutorial, How to Throw an Ender Pearl and Live to Tell About It. And it's one of the few titles of any of the... Because I couldn't think of another title. I should go back and rename it something ridiculous like all our other Minecraft vids, but
Right.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask her, well, did he learn to throw a fucking ender pearl or not?
You stupid bitch. You got to throw that in there. Because, like, everybody disagrees with me on this, but I love the word cunt. I absolutely love it. I think it's a great word. It's beautiful. I love saying it to people, say it to everybody as much as possible, because everybody does that thing where they pretend, for some reason, cunt is the word that everybody pretends is the most offensive word ever.
Yeah.
And I don't know what committee got together and decided that was the word.
Well,
that nobody
it's
should
weird.
ever say.
The word cunt for me, because when I was really young, like people really did try to insulate me from profanity a little bit, and there's that point. I don't know if you experienced this, where you thought that fuck was the worst word.
Yeah,
and then it's like this DLC, this bonus level of profanity. It's like there's a word that gets people. It's like there's a word worse than fuck.
Right.
And it's cunt.
Yeah, well, what's interesting is I always thought, fuck was the big one, and I never heard anybody say that until I got older.
Yeah.
Literally, like, till I was way older. And I was like, oh, so wait a second, that offends adults? Well, this is interesting. I'm going to start saying it all the time now.
Yeah.
This sounds great. I didn't know I could bother you so easily. Perfect, cunt. It's like, thanks for sharing. I understand why you didn't let me know about that word when I was 9. That would have been a bad idea, because I goddamn sure would have said it, because that's what kids do. You spend, and it's fine. It's fucking fine that kids cuss when their parents aren't around, because all you do when you tell a child, don't do this, don't ever do this, all they can think about is doing it, right? And that's just the nature of the way fucking people behave. Yeah. Why? Because you can't ask them. And the thing is, like, our generation, like, we got the stupid fucking answer that for some reason parents thought was an acceptable way to talk to their kids, because I said so. Right? That's the fucking best you can offer. So let me see if I understand. You think that your kid is going to learn that they shouldn't do something, and that the only reason they shouldn't do it is because you told them not to. And then a couple of years later, you're going to tell them not to do something that's actually completely harmless. They're going to do it anyway and realize you don't know what the fuck you're talking about all the time. And then they're going to go, well, because I said so is a really stupid fucking reason, isn't it? Because you said not to do that other thing and it was fine. Right? So it's just like, well, how about just explain to your kids that people are uptight pussies and you can't offend them or they'll cry and you'll lose jobs and you'll ruin relationships and you'll tarnish friendships and your life will be a little bit more difficult if you don't censor yourself a little bit, because people by and large are complete pussies and hypersensitive dicks, right? And that's what you just say. The words themselves are fine, but it's the way that you have to babysit fucking full-grown adults who can't handle basic communication because they're too fucking sensitive. And then people understand that. And they go, well, that makes sense. And yeah, you can't do that shit at school because your teachers are probably going to be uptight and they don't want that environment. And that's it. You just can't do that. And here's why. It's not the word. It's the situation. Pick your spots. That's all you have to do. And that makes sense to people. They go, okay, makes sense. So it also makes sense that a bunch of kids sit around with their friends and cuss because you told them their whole fucking lives they can't do it. Why wouldn't they do it? Especially since it's actually harmless. It actually does no harm to anybody. So, yeah, well, whatever. There's that. More advice for you, Ashley. Keep watching, rate, subscribe, get us up to 100 likes. Appreciate it. Complain to one of your many baby daddies, and maybe he'll stand up for you or something. Fucking moron.
All right, so you can go.
Oh yeah, let's see. North blocked off by plain white curtains.
You came from the west. You can go back west, or you can go north or east.
Let's head north.
Sleeping chamber. Inside this expansive but cozy chamber are a few dozen beds, arranged in neat patterns, marred by only a few cots that dare to be positioned adjacent to one another. There's a door to the east and a curtained-off opening to the south.
Okay, well, let's head east. This is looking promising.
Yep. The bathroom. As soon as you step in, you can smell a sweet dairy-like scent in the air. But as your eyes adjust to the dimmer lighting, you realize you've stumbled into the sandwich's bathroom.
Well, I killed them, so they're not going to need it. Fuck it. We should take a bath.
Okay, bath.
Mm-hmm. I've given birth like 19 times, and I haven't had a bath, so the bath would be nice.
Okay. So there's a girl in the bath who is the bath as well because she has like it's a milk bath.
Okay, cool. Milk, the black-skinned milk slave.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. All right, probably.
A lot of people, some people complain about Game of Thrones because so many of the slaves were dark-skinned. Like, well, why do slaves gotta be black?
We assure you it's just a coincidence. None of the writers knew anything about slavery.
Yeah. The milk slave pulls back. She says, I love bath time. Let's see. Next, Drinkin' Fap or Milk Girl.
Drinking fab. I want to do that one because that's an interesting combination.
Wait, I want to drink. Forgiveness, please, master. Bath slut would love to give much more.
Bath slut. That's good shit. Oh, man.
Okay.
Sounds like a great idea for a superhero. Like, people want positive female superheroes in comic books. Bath slut would definitely be a good one. That'd be a great one for Anita Sarkeesian.
Yeah.
I just want to hear her analyze a comic book called Bath Slut. And in this latest issue of Bath Slut, break that down for us, Anita, you fucking idiot. Shit. All right. Which actually, she might just be really fucking smart. Like, I've decided that she's probably just a really good con artist.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You're late to the party on that one. I mean, it's like
right. Well, I mean, there is the possibility that she's dumb enough to believe the things she says because a lot of idiots do believe the things that she said, like, genuinely. So
it's just that when the idiots start getting paid enough, you start to question whether there's a method to their madness.
Right. Exactly. And it seems pretty transparent, especially the thing. There was the video Thunderfoot did about Hitman.
Yeah.
Like how he went through all the playthroughs and like virtually everybody ignored the women, and she's like in there dragging them around and fucking like grabbing them by the ankle and fucking hitting them up against the wall and shit. Just the most ridiculous shit that nobody would do.
And you can tell that it's like an amateur player because of the way she like flails her fists while like she starts punching when she's too far away.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can tell it's a player who just doesn't know how to play a game or is trying to play with a controller with those long nails.
That's fucking great. That's good shit.
I remember they showed a picture of her like, this is Anita Sarkeesian. And they did one of those things that they do when they're doing any kind of like a human interest piece on the news. They'll talk about them and show them doing what they do, right? And it's her staring at a screen with this like completely blank expression, right? Like she's not involved in any way.
You mean
and
like
she's
the
pushing
one
the buttons on this controller with these like press-on nails that are like an inch longer than any human being would need a nail for. And I'm like, there's no way someone who plays games wears those fucking nails ever.
Right? No shit. Well, that and she always has that expression on her face.
Yeah.
She doesn't have another expression. Like she always looks like her face is permanently molded into a look that says, I'm having to think and I don't like it. Yeah. That's what her expression constantly says. I'm really depressed because I have to think about stuff. That's exactly what her face looks like. But holy shit. Yeah, and oh god. The dishonesty is just unfucking believable. But it is possible that she believes it. Like it's the whole thing where you talk that shit long enough, you start to believe it. You know, I mean, but I don't know. She's making a pretty good chunk of change. So
John McIntosh, the brains, quote unquote, behind. He did this thing. I mean, the guy's crazy, but he auto blocked me because I've talked to people who were on a blacklist, so now I can't see his awesome tweets about coffee and cats.
Yeah. Really
anyway, so I'm blocked by him. But I still send him like stuff with using his at Radical Bites, and he did this thing male protagonist bingo, right? And he would take characters, male protagonists like Kratos or Drake or whoever, and the bingo squares are awarded based on is gruff and strong and silent, or is avenging his family, or has, uses violence and so forth, and all this shit, and like every cliche thing about toxic male protagonists and so forth. And I said, hey, are you still doing that male protagonist bingo? You should do one about this guy. And I sent him like a hentai comic called Garrock the Ravager. And it's this Garrock the Ravager. It's basically like a minotaur with this gigantic cock. And it's just him like... It's like this comic this guy made. It's only 4 panels long, but it's like something straight out of Corruption to Champions, where this insane rageaholic minotaur is just going on this raping spree, like raping entire towns, and like his like testicles are each the size of like barrels. And there's this one panel that makes me laugh every time, where there's this silhouette against the wall in cum in the shape of this goblin girl who's like laying on the ground. But in every scene, like he never looks happy. He never looks sated. He's always screaming and like he's like grabbing onto like one girl and like using her as a cock sleeve as it's like distending her stomach because it's like larger than she is. And then with the other hand, he's just sort of, clutching his fingers in just idle rage. And he's always got his mouth open. He's like howling and screaming. He's like he's like Minotaur Kratos of rape in Goblin and Elfland.
You know why I find that so funny? And it's not even the fucking premise of the book that I found so funny. I'm thinking about all the things that idiot probably included in his bingo game.
You can still look it up.
Yeah, but then you introduce something that's like truly fucked up, right? And it would make all of his other fucking like examples look so stupid. Just be like, this is like a really fucked up like situation in comic book or whatever. And like a moment ago, you were comparing this situation with something you consider to be like an extreme example of like whatever. And it's like, well, here's this. Why don't you just throw this into the mix with the other more benign shit that you were ranting about a few days ago that was completely harmless?
I just really want to play the Garrock the Ravager game.
Yeah, no shit. That would be funny. Garrock the Ravager bingo. It's like jizz silhouette. Mark, you're supposed to have that one free rape in the middle of the card. Shit, dude. Yeah, that's good shit.
I mean, I can just imagine it would be like God of War, but with sexual assault.
But it's so fucking ridiculous that the guy would even do something like that. I mean, how lazy and fucking unoriginal. Like, I could do the same shit with any group of people at any given time. Fucking just give me a group of people. I'll fucking write you a bingo card in 5 minutes flat. That has to do with fucking stereotypical behavior those people that particular kind of person exhibits, right? Like, let's start with like douchey male fucking like white male feminist on Twitter.
Yeah.
Fucking bingo. Holy shit, I'd win every fucking coverall of that game.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, come on, dude. Like you said, he tweets every time one of these fucking pussies tweets about their cat.
Yeah.
Fucking mark your space. Every time he mentions a cafe he's at, mark another space.
Yeah. And what really pissed me off, like he takes pictures of coffee. He says, "This is some coffee I'm about to drink," and it made me mad. And then I thought, and see, because I'm not like the difference between us and these other people is we're capable of introspection. You know what I mean? I sat down and I asked myself, why does a picture of coffee make you angry? Does that say something about him, or does it say something about you? And I thought about it. And I realized there's a couple of things. First of all, it shows that this guy has no real problems. He doesn't even have first world problems. The only problems he will ever have in his life are ones that he imagines he has because he thinks that society is oppressing him or whatever. Right? He has no real problems in the world.
No, you can't. If you're taking photos of coffee, no, I mean, what the fuck? You have nothing to do. You're taking pictures of coffee, and you think that everybody wants to see it.
Yeah. So. The other thing that makes me angry about that is that he'll take a picture of coffee and he'll say, this is my fuel for a marathon writing session for one of my cutting edge projects. And I'm like,
Oh yeah,
he really
you're not
thinks he's a genius, doesn't he?